So now there are many myths about reading comprehension. We all know what needs to be done. Every video is going to talk about you do this, you do that when you're trying to solve RC or when you are preparing for reading comprehension. So in this video, I'm not going to talk about what you should be doing. I'm sure we all know what needs to be done. So now let's understand what not to be done, what not to do in reading comprehension. And that is why I have named this recording as a myth buster. So let's get started. First thing first, what is reading comprehension? We should know what is reading comprehension. Reading comprehension is nothing but a passage is given to you. You read the passage. After reading the passage, based on the understanding, you have to answer the questions. Simple, period. Nothing more, nothing less. Well, we all know there are gossips and myths about everything, and RC is no different. So, there are gossips and myths about reading comprehension. Let's know about those myths and gossips and let's try to find out whether it is true or not. And you'll be seeing your doubts there too. So, let's get started. The first myth is you have to read fast. I know people will tell you that I will teach you how to read fast. Come on, don't you know how to read fast? If I say that there's a competition and let's see who will read the fastest, I'm sure everybody can read fast. But after once you are done reading, if I ask you, have you understood anything? I'm sure the answer is going to be nothing. So it was never about reading fast. The second myth is you have to solve many passages before you expect yourself to be good at it. Okay, you can do that. You can solve many passages, but that is hard work. And that is, I'll say, donkey work. You have to work smart. It is not a compulsion that you solve 1,000 passages or 500 passages before you get the perfection. You are supposed to be a good reader. You are supposed to be a good reader in terms of understanding the expression expressed by the writing of a writer. Nothing much. You can get all the questions correct. I know again this is another expectation from a person. What do you think that out of 24 questions, approximately 24 questions asked in reading comprehension in the CAT examination, how many a person gets? A person who get 100 percentile in verbal section, how many they get correct? I tell you what, you can try to think like an author, but you cannot be the author. And the best you can do is you can find the answer in a logical way by being sensible about and by being aware about the information. But sometimes we go wrong. So we should have a realistic expectations from ourselves. Yes, you can try to get all the questions correct, but you should not pressurize yourself unnecessarily by this kind of expectation. Anyway, to get more than 95 percentile or to get more than 99 percentile, you're not supposed to get all the questions correct. Another myth, it is time consuming. I know many people will suggest you to skip RC or just randomly attempt RC, especially in examinations where there is no negative marking because you assume that it's time consuming. Let me tell you what, it is not at all time consuming. The next thing is it is confusing why you are skipping or why you are facing trouble while solving RC because you feel it is confusing. It is not at all confusing. It is you who are getting confused, not the passage who's trying to confuse you. Why? How? I'll tell you. I don't need to read the whole passage for the complete understanding. Now, again, there is one more thing doing the round active reading, passive reading, skip one line, read the other line, falana, dhamkana, and all that kind of crap. I want to tell you that examiner will judge you on the understanding as whole, and if you think that you are smarter than the examiner, I'm sorry, you need to think twice. If you think that you can skip one line and then you can answer, yes, in a dire circumstances when you do not have time remaining for that section or for that question, you can do that. But let me tell you, your accuracy will come down drastically. Examiner knows what a student might try, and examiner is going to give you a question opposite to that. So please never fall for that trap. If the passage is long, it is going to consume more time, hence let's skip it or just attempt randomly. I've already spoken about it. It is not at all time consuming and you do not need to skip it. Trust me, if you do and approach RC the way I suggest, you will be searching for RC in the examination to score good. It's a scoring section, guys. Guess what? Answers are in front of you. All you need to do is find the answers from the information. You tell me in what kind of question or in what section you will be getting a scenario where the answer is in the question. Now, passage is a question, right? It's a part of a question. So, guess what? It is not at all confusing. Last but not the least, you have to remember every information given in the passage to answer the question. I know, again, people feel that when I'm reading a passage, I have to remember each and every information, whatever I have read from the passage, and I'm trying to memorize it. And there is where you go wrong. You feel that you can memorize every line or the meaning given by every line in a given time, pressurizing yourself, thinking that you have to attempt other questions and other sections too. Come on, it is not at all possible, and it is an unrealistic expectation. That is why you keep on reading the passage again and again and again, and then again that previous myth comes into the picture that it is time consuming. So please don't do that.